Alright, so we are going to do a repair on a Pirate's Hook, a 4-player station. So we got 4 players here. So what the problem is that we have a bad handle. This handle's a little wobbly and needs to be replaced. People are pinching their fingers in here and eventually this will break off. As you can tell here, there's barely any space there. You see here, there's a lot of space, so we're going to have to replace this. The first thing we do is we need to remove this off of the game. It's got 4 screws and a plug. Plug it, take it to the tech room, and repair it. Let me go ahead and do that. Alright, now that you have it off, you have it on your desk, we can start taking it apart. So right now I have it with the handle sticking down like this so I can, be able to just put it on the desk and be comfortable. So next thing to do is remove this cap right here, and then there's going to be a lot of things we're going to removing just to get to this handle. So let's start off with this and I'll show you step by step what I remove. Alright, so take this off, get the screws off, take it off, lay that to the side, and now you have this. You're going to take these screws out right here to remove this piece. There will be a key in there, so watch for the key, that way you don't lose the key or drop it. So let's go ahead and take these screws out. Alright, so we're ready to remove this part. Slightly heavy, it's got some weight to it, so but like I said about the key, this wire right here, you can kind of like cut the zip ties off from the side over here, that way you can free up these wires and pull this out. That way if it's in your way, you can get that out of there. Like I said about the key, you don't want to lose this. It's kind of important, so we'll just kind of put that off to the side for right now. So now we can look inside here. So I don't think we need to take apart anymore. We can pretty much get to a lot of things. That little hole right there is the access hole for the bolt. As you can see, the actual nut is actually right there, stuck in the corner. Heard it rattling around. And as far as let me see if I can get it to go there. All right. So there you go. There's the bolt right there. There's the handle. You can see me moving it right there. So now we just got to get that bad boy out. Yes, like I was saying, we got to get that bad boy out and then hopefully put in the new handle and it's all good to go. So let me go ahead and struggle a little bit to get that bad boy out of there. All right, so I am having a little trouble removing the handle. I'm not sure if you can see it all the way down there. Let's see if I can shine a light down there. So the nut part, or the bolt part, it's so ground up that it's stuck in there, and I've been trying to pound it out, and I just can't get it done. So I'm gonna try one more thing, then go take it to the maintenance department and see if I can find something better to try and get that bad boy out of there. If not, I will have to dismantle the whole thing just to get that piece out, which is something that I really don't want to do. So hopefully I can get it out by just, maybe a good punch and a good hammer. So let me try that. All right, so we got that bad boy out. I did have to use a punch and a hammer to get that bad boy out of there. As you can tell, this thing was really chewed up. Even the threads are all completely gone. It just flared out, and it was just horrible. It's neglect. We let it go way too far, or I should say I let it go way too far, and this is the trouble you run into. Once you see it start to get a little loose and wobbly, you should replace it instead of waiting for forever to change this piece. But in a small defense, I did order these parts a while back, and I just got them a couple days ago, so shipping has not been great during this whole pandemic thing, so I'm trying to make it better now. Anyway, so we got it off, so let's put a new one on there. All right, just to show you a comparison, this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what it looks like now. So yeah, it was definitely time to replace it. Plus it got thinner. You can see how thin it had gotten, and there's a lot of metal dusting, so I have to clean everything out of there. So let me go ahead and install this bad boy, and I'll show you what I did afterwards just to clean it up. All right, so what I've noticed is that the new one doesn't fit in there no matter what I do. So what I think they did is they made this a little bit bigger so it doesn't break off as easy. or wear down. The problem I have is that it doesn't want to fit through this hole, so I have to drill this bad boy out. So here I am, got my drill. I'm gonna drill it out, make it fit, and then hopefully get it back on the gaming working. All right, so it has been drilled out and it now fits, no problem. So all we gotta do is take it back in, put the handle back on, put it all back together, and slap it back on the game. So let's go ahead and do that part. All right, so the handle's on, it's nice and tight, it's not wobbly, it's good to go. So only thing that's left is to put everything back in, put it together, put it back on the game, and let it play. You know, zip tie your wires so they're nice and neat. And that's it. So let me go ahead and put everything back together, and then we'll slap it back on the game and test it. All right, slowly but surely, I put this little plate back on. It protects the button here and stuff like that. I have put the key back in. That key is very important. So if you don't have that key in there, this is not going to work. This does turn, so you can turn it in the position that you want, so that way you can make it fit. It's hard to do it with one hand, but you can see it turning right there. So you just got to adjust it to the way the key is, and then slip it on, put the wire through the little holes there, and then you should be good to go and zip tie everything, screw everything down, and then that's it. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, got this top part on. Screws are nice and tight. Be careful screwing these screws down. It is soft metal and you can strip them very easily. Even though I didn't remove these screws, I went ahead and cranked these bad boys down. This one right here was extremely loose. So as you're taking things apart and putting things back together, just make sure all the screws and bolts are nice and tight, so that way they do not fall off inside here, because if they do, a lot of the electronics are in there and it could cause major issues down the line. Anyways, make sure everything's nice and tight, put the screws back in that we're missing, and then lastly would be to put on the lid and screw these bad boys down, and you know, tie up the tie up the wires a little bit so they're nice, and then take it out to the game and install it. So let me go ahead and get that done. All right, everything's screwed down. Put a zip tie there to keep the wires nice and tight. Only thing that's left is to go ahead and slap it on the game, test it, and that's it. So let's walk out there and get her done. All right, so it's back on the game. Let's go ahead and test it. See the lights are back on, everything's plugged in, everything's nice and tight. So let's go ahead and swipe the card, press the game, and see the button light turn on. So now we just gotta hit the button. Yep, that works. Let's reel it up, reel it in, start working. Yep. Let's keep reeling it up. See if I can get something better than just one ticket. Oh, look at that. Oh, I keep getting one ticket. Alright, so there it is. The game is working, the game's good to go. That's how you take care of that handle part. It is a pain in the ass. Hey, thanks for watching.